السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. يسعد نادي الطلبة السعودي في جامعة سانت مارتن ولاية واشنطن مدينة ليسي أن نكون ضيوف في برنامج مع سامي الجارالله بتغطية حصرية لليوم الثقافي السعودي الذي أقمناه في الجامعة للتعريف بثقافتنا الوطنية للأساتذة والعاملين والطلبة الأجانب. نتمنى لكم مشاهدة ممتعة. تحياتي تركي خالد رئيس نادي الطلبة السعودي في جامعة سانت مارتن.
فوق فوق عالي الشهب يغلى ثرى فوق فوق هام السحب وإن كنتي ترى.
First of all, now because I am so interested in clothing and fashion and fabric, the way you dress is very interesting. And then I just learned about the tents that are put up outside homes so that people can serve tea and coffee to their guests and look back at their culture, at their history. Now that's something we don't do in the United States as much. And I like it very much.
I like that they focus on hospitality, especially around coffee and tea.
About Saudi culture, you have a big family. I like about that, and the way you live, the whole together, the way you eat in a one days. I like that.
I like how family focused they are, and they like really love a good celebration.
I found the Saudis to be very kind, very hospitable. We visited some Saudi families in the capital city, and they were just really wonderful. But my favorite place was Jeddah. I like the architecture and the water.
I've had some students in my class, and I enjoy how friendly and kind they are, and of course I love the food as well.
As of right now, I only know is like Saudi is like kind of a little bit conservative country, and that's about it. And I know like hey, they like soccer, I like too, so that's about it. And I found out they have like lots of dates, so so pretty much I think only the black ones I ate so far.
I think what I know most about Saudi culture is about hospitality and some of the food, like the dates. I love the dates.
فوق عالي الشهب يغلى ثرى مجدك لقدام وامجدك ورا وإن حكى فيك حسدك ترى ما درينا بهرج حسدك
Thrilled that we have so many of our Saudi students here, Saudi Arabian students here at St. Martin's, and I just love the people and the guys that are here. The friendships I have made is really the most important. But I love Arabic coffee. I love coffee, so this is beautiful. I love the coffee, and I also just like the community. Everybody is so friendly, and so they accept you, and they just welcome you to whatever they're doing. We just love that we have a connection with Saudi Arabia here.
I love their food.
I do not know much about Saudi's culture, but what I know, I like, especially the sweet things like baklava and the dates and the coffee is very good. So yeah, it's interesting.
One thing I really like about Saudi culture is that it's really similar to my culture. I'm Eritrean, and like a lot of the stuff here we call the same thing, which is so crazy. So like, for example, this like in my culture we serve coffee in here, and we call this the same thing. It's called a finjal, which is so crazy because like I didn't know that it was the same like similar language. So yeah, it's really cool, and it's really beautiful and just a really beautiful culture. So yeah.
Spent 7 months in Saudi Arabia in a town called Kamish Mushe, and I found the people to be very nice. Everyone spoke with me, and everyone shared with me. Everyone wanted me to learn about Saudi Arabia, and I got invited to a house, and I got to eat dinner with the family. So I found it to be very accepting of folks who are not from Saudi Arabia.
Like the vibrantness and the togetherness. I think it's very cool that it's like a lot of family-oriented stuff. Very nice. Definitely all the food that comes out of it is always a benefit.
I don't know a lot about Saudi culture, but from what I've experienced here, I really appreciate the welcoming atmosphere. And when I think of Saudi culture, I think of people who are family-focused and friendly.
A couple things that really stand out to me. One, of course, is football, right? Everybody's mad about football there, so I appreciate that. I've come to really, over the last few years, really like Arabic music. I play drum set, and so I'm really interested in the rhythms, and I'm learning how to play rhythms on the drum set because they're really beautiful, and it's a kind of an interesting change from Western rhythms. Love that. I'm also just generally interested. I mean, Saudi Arabia is a really, to think about the centrality of Saudi Arabia in world history and culture, it's so important. So my interest is kind of growing out of that as well.
I like about Saudi culture, the people so close. They like to be with each other. They like to have fun, have good food, drink tea. That's it.
Thank you.
انت ما مثلك انت ما مثلك بهالدنيا بلد والله ما مثلك بهالدنيا بلد
وش أكثر شيء فاقدينه من الثقافة السعودية بأمريكا؟
والله من أكثر الأشياء اللي استفقدناها بأمريكا ما هي موجودة بالسعودية الترابط إنك تزور الناس والناس تزورك، لأن الشيء هذا ما هو عندهم زي ما هو موجود عندنا بالسعودية بكثرة ودائما.
الثقافة طول العمر أكل، خل عني الأمور الثانية، الثقافة أكل.
الحقيقة يعني مجتمع الطلبة هنا يحاول يعني يجيب الثقافة السعودية في الجامعة دائما، زي ما نشوف احنا اليوم اليوم السعودي. يعني صعب علي اقول لك ايش اللي فاقده، يعني الجماعة كلهم ما شاء الله عليهم يحاولوا يجيبوا الكلتشر حقهم، الثقافة حقهم.
والله طال عمرك الأكل.
الثقافة أكل.
أكثر شيء فاقده صراحة اللبس السعودي، الثوب ولا الحركات هذه، والعود والعطور والطلعات والجمعات الحلوة، الزواجات، يعني كل شيء سعودي يفرق يعني هنا.
الثقافة أكل.
جمعات يا طويل العمر والسلامة. من الثقافة والله الأكل.
الأكل نمبر 1.
والله الكبسة والحنيذ والمندي على قولتهم السمان والأمور هذه. الثقافة طول العمر أكل، خل عني الأمور الثانية، الثقافة أكل.
العز والأمجاد والطيب شافه كل من قرب منا ودايم يزودي، ترحيبنا واصل وحسن الضيافة من ألسنتهم جات ما هي ردودي، ولو ما خلقتني سعودي حسافة لأن الفخر مربوط باسم السعودي.